where are we going?
Up and to the left. And we're heading back to Hanubia, and there'll be a quick jaunt before we deal with the next enemy in a very unceremonious fashion.
Yes.
A couple mini bosses, and then just Raven Beak. I genuinely like.
Am I going up here?
Yes. When I had a lot of trouble with the bosses the first time, and I was hearing people say like, "Oh, the final boss is so good. It's like it's really hard, but it's really fun once you learn it." I was like, "Oh, bullshit! I'm gonna hate it." And I did really struggle with it the first time, but then as I played it more and more, I actually really did come to find it quite fun. And so, it's weird. I can like predict his attacks, which, yeah, obviously he has a pattern. But what I mean is like, he'll follow certain attacks with certain other attacks, and there are multiple possibilities, but I swear to God, I always know which one he's going to go with. I have to assume there's like a really subtle animation that I'm somehow picking up on, or like timing on it. Like if he, I know that sometimes if he waits for like slightly longer than usual, then he's going to do like the sudden beam attack during the second phase, for example. It's weird. It's like a subconscious thing. It's usually worth it if you're trying to quick kill an enemy.
Going back here, or?
No, actually, you're going to be heading up and to the right through that door. Yeah. It is actually worth it if you're trying to kill an enemy, and especially this will be useful during Raven Beak if you've run out of storm missiles during the second phase, and then just also during the third phase is useful. It's a lot of the time when you're shooting, you're going to be standing still. Oh, actually, I think you want to go to the right now. Yeah, my bad.
Big?
Yes. It is worth it to take your hand off of the right side of the controller and then jitter your finger.
Okay.
With like the muscle twitch technique that we do. Yeah, just try to be wary of when you need to start moving again, I guess. Well, you can move without it, but you obviously need your hand there to jump. So this cutscene's a little weird with this editing.
Yeah, this is just
What is this monster?
Samus gets anger at Menemone. I don't know what I was saying there. It zooms out and it's just Clive Warren.
What do you mean?
Oh no, I got to deal with another one of those now. Oh no.
Fun fact, even though this is rendered as like the normal view here, you can actually skip that part of the cutscene.
Yeah.
Huh?
What's huh? Little did we know that apparently Metroid DNA gives you, like, you know, lightning fast reflexes.
Have you seen how fast those fuckers jitter around? Like zip around in the air at times?
No.
Okay.
Oh, hi.
So yeah, rapid shots are the way to go here.
Do I want to do something about the shields, or?
You'll get a chance to counter it.
Okay.
Just look for the, like, flash.
Oh, what the fuck?
You have to beat next to it.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing yet. It's like not doing it anymore.
You'll do it eventually.
Oh, shit. My god. I think I would be doing better not trying to counter it.
You got some energy after this.
So are storm missiles generally preferred over rapid shoots? Rapid shoots.
It depends on the enemy. I would say for this one, I prefer to rapid shoot.
Yeah, puke. You said you prefer rapid on this one?
Yeah. I'm not used to seeing people fight stuff differently than I do. There's nothing wrong with the way you're fighting it.
Nope, I'm done.
Like when he does the ink blast attack, I just stay on the ground and then just like flash shift away when he's about to fire it.
I see.
Yeah, he has one.
Are there two of them?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Pretty soon after this, you're gonna have to play a gold one, which is slightly harder.
Yeah, cool.
That one, to get rid of the shield, you have to not only counter it, but then it's gonna prompt you to grapple. So.
Oh, fun.
Make sure you remember what the grapple button is. But then it'll just be Raven Beak.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah, we're really, really close to the end.
Nope, gotta do 100%.
And if you wanted to go do a cleanup, you could, but I figured...
I absolutely do not.
I legitimately have never 100%ed this game more than twice. I did it my first time, and then the second... I did it on hard mode. I just kind of went around and, like... I did a speedrun of the game, and then it just... Well, it was sort of a semi-speedrun, but... I just kind of went back and did a big sweep.
Oh, big sweep.
And I was surprised by how well I remembered item locations the second time. And there wasn't anywhere I was like, oh, what the hell is it?
Am I just doing this, or... Wait, this isn't even a door. What?
You got a power bomb in here?
But I don't have power bombs yet.
So, I had a really weird, thing happen, prior to this segment. We just got done recording Mario Kart for my channel. I'm curious when this is gonna go up, because I wonder if people will be able to, figure out which Mario Kart video it was. But anyway.
I'm guessing that, after I get done uploading all of the, P3313 stuff, you know, I wanted to kind of take a while without making any other private videos public because I was doing two at once, and yeah, this could be kind of like a filler series.
Okay, that makes sense to me.
I'll probably upload the Jiggies of Time VODs during that time also. I'm just gonna kind of hold on to them in the meantime.
Fair enough.
I don't remember
So
where I'm going. Am I leaving, or
you're heading to the left, and not to Gavin, but
up here?
Mm-hmm. But basically, what happened was the call was fine, the game was fine. I was obviously hosting the game.
Oh, I'm out of power bombs.
I was obviously hosting the game, and then I tried to go to YouTube, and it was like, your internet is out. I was talking to Josh, so it obviously wasn't. I tried a different, website, same problem. Different browser, same problem. I tried sending a Discord message, wouldn't work. I resent it, wouldn't work. I went on my phone, wouldn't work. And I'm like, what the hell? We tried screen sharing, that did work.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
And then, I just tried again and it worked. It just fixed itself.
Yeah, and I was explaining, I used to have that issue back around, 2009, 2010, when I would, I had the laptop that would just fucking disconnect from the internet every couple minutes, and, if I was ever in a Skype call with someone that would,
There were ships there, by the way. They all gone during the escape sequence.
I'm the one that told you about that.
I think you might have been, yeah. Some people believe that might be, a hint to future games.
Yeah.
The problem is that, they seem to be done with the Metroids and the X, so, they've outright said so. It would be kind of stupid if they were just the X are back again!
Back to the lab again.
Hey. Oh, no.
Good.
Speaking of Smash and cartoons, doesn't finish story, but I mean that basically speaks for itself.
No, it doesn't. Anyway, what about Smash and cartoons? Steven Universe?
I got nickel sub roll.
Oh, right. The fact that I immediately went to Steven Universe there was
Yes.
only because we were discussing it during Mario Kart.
Well, to be fair, Steven becomes Sans, and Sans and then Smash, so...
But I thought Ness became Sans.
No, I mean, yes, that's one theory, but another theory is, that Sans stands for Steven after not surviving.
Oh my god. So yeah, I think the only time I actually took damage in that fight was when I flash shifted into its spear. That was cool.
I've seen someone describe it as a creepypasta, but it's just a stupid image. It's like a joke. I don't know how that could possibly be a creepy. Like, creepypastas are supposed to unsettle you. Regardless of if they're successful, I don't know. They're supposed to, but this one's obviously supposed to be like humorous. Anyway, though, moving on to the final boss.
Hadudia.
People have pointed out that there's like a conspicuous gap in the top right of the map. And I believe there's like something in the code that suggests that there was like a scrapped area or something like that. Also, just the weird pacing issues, like we just got a bunch of items back to back. You know, you didn't really properly get to fight the final Emmy. Hanubia is tiny.
Right.
Like cross bombs you hardly get to use, power bombs you hardly get to use, wave beam, etc.
Too bad it's Sunday. Those buildings would have been filled up tomorrow.
Yeah. Another fun fact. So obviously each different mode of transport has a different like cutscene associated with it, and those are pre-rendered. So like, you know, if you go in an elevator or a shuttle, there's a specific pre-rendered cutscene for that, the loading screen. And there's different variations for the different suits. Interestingly, that pod only appears between, like, it's only used there, that one time to get up to Iterash. But there are Power Suit and Varia Suit variations of the cutscene of her sitting in the pod. So they planned for people to potentially get here with like no upgrades. Sequence break it.
Didn't you say that power bombing this is the trigger that like makes all the warps lead to each other?
Yeah.
So it is definitely that. It's not just coming to this area.
I'm pretty sure. I haven't actually tested, but I'm pretty sure. Like, yeah, it's one of two things. It's either reaching Iterash or it's blowing that thing up. The reason I think it's blowing that thing up is because it like has an actual visual indication that's like unique. Even though it doesn't tell you it does anything, like I believe that's what it is.
It's a boss flag.
Yeah, exactly. You activate secrets, and it teleports you to a dupe screen with like a kill all enemies item that kills a trigger, and it's the same D-map as the D-maps of the teleporter rooms, and it changes them to use a tile warp instead of a pit, so that it puts you on the stairs, so that it puts you on a conveyor belt that leads to a side warp on like an alternate screen, because the pit just drops you on stairs, so then you can use the tile warp on the second screen, but then the stairs can put you on, so then it takes you to the version of the teleport mechanism that allows you to pick anything.
So yeah, here's the part of the game where it's like, hey, remember those Chozo tribes that we described? I hope you remember them, because I sure as fuck don't.
Yeah.
Metroids are programmed to identify Mockin as enemies.
This line is interesting, because it doesn't really make much sense. Like, it seems unlikely that this is true, but I've seen most fans assume that it is true. I personally believe that it's incorrect. I don't know why. I don't know if Raven Beak is lying. This is Raven Beak, by the way. I don't know if Raven Beak is lying or if he was misled in some way. I think it's interesting. There's a lot of stuff about kind of the ending of the plot of this game that's like up for debate. As people no doubt know if they've beaten this game and seen any of the discussion on it.
However, there is no need to fear. You can still contribute to galactic peace. You need only use your new powers correctly. You have followed my instructions faithfully so far. Continue to do so. It's that simple.
It's that simple.
Your performance here on TPR highly satisfactory, as I hope.
This voice would be better if it was Tomodachi Lifestyle.
Right to let you live during our first encounter. Let me everything. Submit and offer up your power. My plan is the only way to bring order to the galaxy. Fulfill your destiny, Samus. This is an order. Disobedience will not be tolerated.
So yeah, for those who don't know, from the moment you like passed out on the planet, we have not spoken to Adam even once. It's been Raven Beak the whole time. The only time you talk to him is at the very, very beginning in the ship and at the very, very end of the ship. This is indicated by him calling you lady, and then he doesn't for the entire game. It's a fun little bit of foreshadowing. This is some bullshit. I don't care who you are. Donating blood to somebody does not make you their parent. It's probably just a power play though.
A little bit.
People
Alright,
really...
so I have no idea how to do this fight. Oh shit. So yeah, this is gonna be relearning the phases of this fight several times.
I think it will be... you can't shoot him during this phase.
No?
Because he has a shield up. You have to wait for him to do a specific counterable attack. And when he does so... when you
Was that
was
one?
it, by the way. Yeah. You can missile this.
Okay. It seemed like that was harder than just shooting it, but...
The easiest way to do it is to stand still, to point and aim, and then quickly fire missiles like that. So when he counters, hit him with like 4 or 5 ice missiles. And then shoot rapidly. And then shoot rapidly for the rest of this phase whenever you counter him again. Not now, but when you counter him again.
Okay.
This is called Gold Shield Skip, or Gold Aura Skip or something like that.
I might have hit him with 6, I didn't count correctly.
It doesn't matter. It's a rough sort of thing. Okay. Basically, he'll go through 3 phases of shield, or multiple phases at least. He'll go through like a blue one, there's a purple one, there's a red one, and there's like a gold one. Okay, you got it. So when he goes to the gold one, like if you don't do that, you basically have to do the counter stage, like that shooting animation thingy 3 times instead of 2. If you do the ice missiles, it like changes the damage threshold, so he changes shields differently or something. I don't know. Oh, for this attack, you can just do the thing where you counter and immediately start aiming.
I don't know like what direction to do it in though.
It doesn't matter as long as you're not right next to him when he does it.
Shit.
Storm missiles are good here, by the way.
Okay. Oh god.
Yeah, you want to watch out for that one.
I don't... It's still really hard for me to remember all the buttons. So, like, I get the slide and the counter mixed up.
Okay. It's just counter and then start and then aim.
Okay.
And then just rapidly shoot at him. He might hit you a little.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I can.
I cannot listen to you while doing this. I'm sorry. It's.
I know I can't communicate to you.
Like, see, I'm not sure what I'm supposed
No,
to.
you were doing it right. He hits you a little bit sometimes, but then he'll miss.
Oh.
Like you'll take like a tiny amount of damage. I'm not gonna talk for the rest of the fight.
No, it's okay. It's just like earlier when you were explaining the whole thing with the gold shield or whatever, like I couldn't listen to any of that. I figured you were talking for the benefit of the person watching because there's no way I can listen to that.
I've given you all the info I can now, I think.
I'm at least satisfied that I got through phase 1 on my first try, because I was not expecting to. H. I remember phase 2 taking like a fucking month.
Yeah, that's why you want to use storm missiles, it makes it faster.
Okay.
Being really good at the rapid shots also helps though. This fight, like, hurts my fucking head whenever I do it. And I don't want to pause, because like...
Right. Yeah, it like throws off your
skip
groove.
this phase transition.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, it lasted longer than I thought it would.
You can slide under that.
Yes, but I didn't know if he was going high or low.
Yeah. He always goes...
I don't fucking remember the slide button. I hate it. Oh my god. It's so hard for me to remember the buttons.
If you want to just go around him, that's fine. If you can get the counter trick down, then you don't have to worry.
Fuck! feel like such a dipshit.
When he does that attack on a flash shift.
Yeah, I mean, I never know when it's coming.
I know, yeah.
Okay, just this and then that's really weird.
Yeah, it changes your hitbox in a particular way. His like attack isn't. Oop. Yeah, that one's a dick because he'll actually do it. You have to do it multiple times.
It's like the problem I'm having is that there's 3 different get out of the way moves, and so like for me to remember which one I need to do.
Phase 2 is easily the hardest, IMO. Phase 3 has its tricky points, but it's basically just the same as Phase 1 with a couple new attacks. So.
Okay.
And for that one, you can just rapidly shoot him constantly, and it takes less time to kill him than Phase 2. At least from my experience, because you can do the counters in Phase 3 as well. Yeah, I have no more advice for you, really.
Yeah, it's fine. I have to remember what the buttons are.
That's kind of summed up this whole playthrough. Just, they massively increased the complexity of the control scheme in this game to give Samus more moves, which I think was worth it, but...
Yeah, it's like, you know, part of it is due to me taking long breaks, and part of it is just me being bad at games. Like...
You know how to do the big spray in Mario Sunshine.
Oh, of course. Oh, what the fuck? I didn't realize he was just the fucking...
You don't ice this one anymore.
Oh, damn it.
Like, you just do 4 or 5 and then that's it.
I mean, I knew that. I did that in the other runs of this. I just forgot. I was trying to remember the name of the hard version of the Hollow Knight boss, and I couldn't remember it.
Is it Nightmare King Grim?
What?
Is it Nightmare King Grim?
No, it's the actual Hollow Knight, the boss itself, but there's a hard version of it. It's like the white something, I don't remember.
I will look it up. Even though I've never played the game before. I would like to eventually, but...
Damn, I'm doing stupid shit again. 'Cause here I am, like, I'm holding L pointing at him. I'm like, why isn't it making the targets appear? And it's because I'm holding L instead of R. But yeah, I hate this dodge on the ground to avoid the rapid fire shot thing. It just doesn't make sense to me.
It's not supposed to. That's not intentional. Like, that isn't...
Well, right, I realize it's a glitch, but my brain is not equipped to prepare for it. Like, you can do it anywhere. I feel like if I'm doing it in the wrong direction, it's gonna hit me. Shit.
No, it doesn't matter which way you're facing, as long as you're not, like, right next to him, basically. Just be a little distance away, and you should be good. They'll hit you a little bit, like this.
Shit. Fucking hate that big one.
Yeah, it's...
No, I don't trust it. Because I do the thing, and then I'm like, there's no way that this is gonna actually miss me.
It's like bungee jumping or something. Never actually done bungee jumping. But...
Shit. Yeah.
Is bungee jumping what I think it is? Hang on. I actually might have done it. Nope, no I haven't. Never mind.
What were you thinking of?
There was some kind of thing I did where, like, it was on a trampoline, but I was in a harness that was, like, attached to high points on the walls of the trampoline, so you could do, like, ridiculously high jumps because, like, the elasticity when you went down low would pull you up in addition to the trampoline pushing you. I can't remember what it's called there. Trampoline with an elastic harness.
Oh, it's the ramp-a-renal.
Oh, it's called a bungee trampoline.
I see. Not a real thing.
Apparently the hard version of the Hollow Knight is the pure vessel, by the way.
Okay. Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was white or pure. It was something like that.
Wow, so you're saying the whites are pure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Austin.
Big.
Big chungus, big chungus, big chungus.
Shit. It's like, I can remember part of it, yeah. It's like me having to shift from the counter to the aim mode is kind of what part of what's throwing me off too.
Right. This phase also lost way too fucking long.
I didn't hear a single thing you said.
This phase lasts way too long.
Yes. That I'm familiar with. Part of me would still rather, like, just go through it the long way than, like...
I mean, that's fine. Like, it's not like you're really going for a full speed on here. I've played the game repeatedly, and so it's like I may as well try to improve my time, but this was kind of just to showcase the various, like, little exploits and tricks and glitches and stuff.
Yep.
If you played this game, I guess I will say, if you played this game and you're having trouble with it, you know, whether that's more or less than Josh did or than I did, I'd recommend giving it another go and trying these glitches. Like, I'm not somebody that considers...
That's the thing, yeah, the second playthrough was way freaking easier than my first.
Absolutely. And I'm not somebody that considers myself very good at games, and I was able to do this, and I can beat this game in a little over 2 hours in game time. I beat in Dread mode. Like, it really is just getting good at the patterns.
Oh, I'm out of missiles.
And knowing the controls. I am. That'll happen eventually, and you gotta switch to rapid shot. There you go. Okay. So...
I know you have to powerbomb the suns.
That's it. Other than that, there's a couple new attacks.
Do I have to basically focus on, like, the counter opportunities, or...?
Yes, but you can also rapid fire at him all the time.
Oh, shit. No.
So...
No.
This black hole sucks because now he can fire it right before doing 2 of his new attacks, which are really hard. Well, they're not so much hard, it's just there's a small window of error. Yep. Okay, you got it. That's his shine shot. For some reason he can not bend, but like, change the shine spark angle midway through.
Good.
Just turn. And go up at a 90-degree angle.
That animation, though.
Alright. I used to be confused about, like...
Okay.
Yeah, you kind of get how it works.
Nope.
Don't worry so much about damage on this.
Nope. Shit. Ah. What the fuck was that?
I don't know. I'll try like a motherfucker.
Oh no. Big. These give you health back at least.
Yep, health and
oh, and that was a counter, damn it. Oh!
There's the bend.
Dude.
It's better to space jump these.
What?
Better to space jump these, I think. Whatever works there. Should be almost done.
Yeah, I feel like I've probably got this.
Yeah.
Does he only die to a counter, or is it actually like a damage threshold?
No, what happened? Yeah, after a damage threshold, he'll do like the dual counter that the other Chozos did.
Okay. That is good information, knowing that there's a point where I have to do 2 of them.
It will often come after one of these sequences, but that's just because you do a lot of damage during these.
Okay.
And it usually doesn't like to interrupt them, so yeah.
I assume this is it. Yep.
And you're good.
All right.
The next phase is just hold the shoot button.
Oh.
For some reason, if you delay it a bit first, it kills him faster. I don't know why, but you
Good.
want to wait until the first time he like roars. He'll stomp a couple times and he'll roar and start charging when he does that.
It's very weird how like doing the game once does help, because like, you know, I was making really stupid mistakes that from just fundamentally not remembering how the game works there, and yet still I did better than on my first attempt.
Yeah. I think it's really fun. I'm kind of curious to go back to some of the other Metroids after this, because I don't think my skills will transfer. I think it's pretty game specific.
Yeah, probably.
Not just because of the movement, but also because of specific boss patterns and stuff like that. But most of them are less punishing, so I don't know. I'd be curious to do like a Super Metroid, like slow run.
And are we coming up on screen?
Yes.
Yep.
And also monster transformation. I'm curious to see where they go with this. I think most people are assuming it's going to be like a sort of temporary transformation thing. Like most of the time you're normal Samus, but like under certain circumstances you can get into like this berserk mode and, you know, drain enemies and just be a fucking powerhouse. It's not really very Metroid, but it could be
Yeah, the thought of that doesn't sound great to me.
I don't know. I feel like any idea can be executed well.
Loading.
Speaking of upcoming Metroid games, how about that Prime 4, yo?
Hope it's totally canceled.
God, that pisses me off. There's no fucking reason to think that. They, like, okay, I've said this before, they can't. If they hadn't announced it at E3 2017, and they were just working on it privately, yeah, maybe. But Nintendo would not, like, that would be the worst fucking publicity for them. If they announced a game, 2 years later, they're like, sorry, we had to restart development because it's not going well, but it's still happening. And then, you know, over 3 years pass, and then they're just like, sorry, no game. Like, no, they're just, like, even if it takes forever, they're gonna keep trying.
Right.
Even if it becomes like a Pikmin 4 situation, they're never gonna actually be like, it's done. They're gonna keep trying it. At least, and with Pikmin 4, there's no, like, there wasn't as major of an interest in it. It's a smaller franchise. You know, less people even know about the fact that they've technically confirmed it multiple times. Because it wasn't given
I mean, so where do you stand on that one then? Because I feel like the game is never happening.
I feel like it will happen eventually. It's just, it's probably not the same game that they were working on before. Because here's the thing, right? Let me put it this way, as kind of just a pragmatics thing.
This suit is so fucking weird.
You should show the descriptions in the menu for people. And then there's one for the suit itself.
Yeah.
Essentially a Metroid.
I don't know where I'm going.
Up
Uh-oh.
on the right side. You can't flash shift in this one for some reason.
Damn it.
Enemies die when they touch you though. That's fun.
I like this ridiculous game.
Yes. It's the meta beam. Well, not quite.
Even this.
Like even this. What was I talking about?
Pick
Oh yeah.
4.
Yeah, it's a weird one. Oh, right. Okay, so pragmatically, right? Nintendo has X number of franchises that they make multiple games for, right? Pikmin's one of them. They don't make new franchises that often. I feel like every franchise...
Wait, did I just go in a circle?
No.
No?
You're gonna go left. No, you're gonna go down to the left. I feel like every franchise they do, there's no way it can actually be dead permanently forever. Like, maybe under some extreme circumstances. But there's no reason to believe that they're just never gonna revisit the concept of Pikmin again. Why would they? Somebody's gonna have to
Yeah.
do it eventually. Like, you know, and...
So yeah, I would say from that logic, yes, there will eventually be a Pikmin 4, probably. But it's not the one that was talked about, and so therefore, as far as I'm concerned, Pikmin 4 is not happening. Like...
Okay, I guess I see what you mean. Yeah, I don't think the one they're working on is necessarily happening, or if it is, it's in development hell, obviously. But,
That was fun.
So that's another part where you can Shine Spark, and if you do, it plays like a cutscene that's longer than a normal Shine Spark, but you can turn to the ball to shorten it, same as we did earlier in the game. I'm trying to think if there's any last minute thoughts I want to share about this game now that it's over.
I really hope audio balance was okay, because I feel like partway through the video you got a lot quieter, and I don't know why.
I don't know either. I don't think there's anything else I have to say.
That part right there is so weird to me, that Adam was able to like analyze what the hell was going on in like a fucking split second. Like, I get he's a computer, but still.
I think he mentioned that you'd be able to access him via the map stations, like before before Raven Beak pretended to be him. So I'm assuming he had access to like all the cameras and stuff and just couldn't actually contact Samus, so he knew what was going on.
I see.
I'm not 100% confident in that. Here's a weird fucking thing. An ex-parasite willingly sacrificing itself when that goes completely against their like biological instincts.
Yeah.
There's been much debate about this.
What's the consensus?
There seem to be two main theories that I've noticed. Theory number one is it recognized that there were no other ex-parasites left, and so it's like, I may as well let Samus escape, why not? And theory number two is
that was very fucking abrupt. What the hell?
Yeah, it's extremely abrupt. Theory number two, which I think is the much more popular theory, is that somehow, like, it's been mentioned that ex-parasites can, like, they copy the memories and not just the body and the abilities. So, like, when it possesses the scientist in Metroid Fusion, it knows how to operate the like, generator controls, and so it, like, overloads it and, you know, tries to destroy the facility, which, it's an animal, it shouldn't know how to do that, but because it copied the guy's memories, it knew how. People are thinking that maybe it was able to copy Quiet Rove's, like, personality somehow, and obviously he's a nice guy and wants to help Samus, but also, the last time we saw it, it reactivated the Emmys. But then other people are like, maybe it knew that Samus would need to be able to fight them to get their abilities to defeat Raven Beak, so fucking, I don't know. I'm sure they were intending for it to be ambiguous and for people to debate about it, because that keeps the game fresh in people's minds, is arguing about stuff.
But nobody talks about this game anymore.
I still see it occasionally. I mean, that's gonna happen to any single player game, right? Is
yeah,
people gonna play it? It's gonna
what
have
do you
a bit
expect?
of a lifespan.
I mean, I guess some games, you know, stand the test of time more than others, but yeah, I don't see this as being one that
this is not like a failure.
gets
By any
forgotten
sense.
about
This was
immediately.
a really successful game. I think it had about as much discussion as was warranted for the content that was in the game.
Nope, looks like a shitty mobile game. Not worth $60 because it's only like 10 hours long or whatever.
God. Yeah, I can't
People
remember.
are such
was
jackasses.
Was that guy talking about this game? I can't even remember. Was he talking about something else? I think it wasn't
I
it?
mean, that was a very like we're not even talking about the Pure ZC guy. We're like,
Oh, okay.
I'm just, you know, that was a very popular thing online, was shitting on like I can't believe they'd sell a 2D game that lasts only 10 hours at full price. Like, what the fuck are they thinking?
Let me check my Switch quickly, because I bet it'll give me some interesting results here. So I've played Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for 70 hours or more. I have played Shield for 30 hours. Smash Ultimate for 90 hours. Breath of the Wild for 110 hours. I don't even like that game that much. That's easily my least favorite 3D Zelda. I don't even consider it much of a Zelda game. Splatoon 2 I played for 95 hours.
Damn.
Metroid Dread I've played for 90 hours.
Nice.
Want to talk about being worth the money? Yeah, I've more than got my money's worth.
Jop Kyop.
Plus, I mean, even if you don't replay it a shit ton of times, if you enjoyed yourself, I mean, yeah, it is pretty expensive. Like, that's well, actually, now that I think about it, a 2-hour movie that costs what, like $10 for a ticket?
Yeah, people are way more forgiving of movies for some reason. That's the weird thing to me. Is like, I have not bought a movie ever. Like, I own some DVDs, but there were never ones that I purchased. It's like, I only have a very small number of them. To me, like, you know, you see a movie once, like, if you want to watch it, if it's like, you know, an older one that's not in theaters or something, like, you can watch it online, even if you want to, like, be legal about it and actually pay for the thing. Or, like, you know, you have, like, your subscription service or whatever. Like, you can do that, but there's never a reason to own it, because you're not going to watch it that many times. And it's, I don't know.
I mean, yeah, to be fair, streaming has overtaken... even if we're just talking about in the theater, right? A 2-hour movie is like, what, $10 a ticket?
Motion pictures are $10.
Fine, here's 10.
But what about popped corn?
Whatever, damn.
Like, you know, if you want to equate that by hours, multiply that by 5, that's like $50 for 10 hours of film. You know, that's only slightly cheaper than a $60 game that lasts 10 hours. Plus the game you can replay, and
Yeah.
you know, there's an interactive element to it. You can speedrun, do challenge runs. Like, of course, I'm not saying there's not any reasons to revisit a movie either. You could potentially look for stuff. I don't think, like, if the game is good, I don't, you know,
Yeah.
I don't think it's like,
I just,
unless it's really, really bare bones. Like, if it's a 1 hour like tech demo type game that's like a cool concept. Just, like,
so, you know, Pokemon Dash.
Yeah, Pokemon Dash didn't need to be full price. A game like...
Stuff like that is insulting.
You know? I don't know. But, yeah, I think this game warrants full price.
Damn, this was 4 hours.
Shame he didn't get under 4, then he would have gotten awards for that. Cool.
That is okay. I'm surprised I only died 14 times. I feel like it would have been more than that.
And so ends our culinary... Okay, I need to stop
Yes.
saying that.
I mean, is that something you say frequently? Can I see
I
my,
kept
like,
saying it.
death
I kept
stats
saying-
on my other run without beating it again?
I don't think so.
Oh, so.
I kept saying the so ends our culinary adventure thing during the pardon me, the type them all things.
Can I skip the credits, or no? I just
Yeah.
wanted to... I was hoping I could skip to the end of them and see my totals, but oh well, whatever.
You have a screenshot of it?
No. I am curious what my playtime for stuff is. I think I want to guess what my Smash time is. It's probably at least 400
300.
hours.
Okay.
Let's see. 440.
Wow. Man. I'm surprised you have 75 hours on Mario Maker 2. I feel like you don't play that game.
I don't. That's the weird thing. Yeah, let's see. I mean, I never even finished this game. This was, we played this one time with, it was like me and Joel and Joseph. We find it kind of meh. Yeah, I don't know what the hell this is doing at 75 hours, because it's so weird. It's like, you know, I love watching videos of it, but I just don't ever play the game myself, because I never know where to find the good levels. Like, every time someone makes a good level, it gets freaking taken down by Nintendo.
Would you ever... God. Yeah, because they always use, like, weird exploit mechanics.
Oh boy,
Have you
Celeste.
ever thought about doing another, like, making a level stream? Those are pretty fun, from what I remember. at least watching.
I don't feel like I have enough creativity.
Fair enough. It's the kind of game I would like if I liked 2D Mario. I would play the shit out
I
of
like
it.
my
I
list.
actually
So yeah, we can see which games I didn't care for. So Hyrule Warriors, Celeste. That's like fucking sacrilegious. Everybody loves that game. I don't get it. I don't see the enjoyment in it. But ish. I guess we will end there, and there will be probably bushes. I don't know.
joke.